Hi, welcome back. Today I am here with my January book haul. So while I do actually have a lot of books to show you in this haul, the kind of awesome news is I didn't buy all that many for myself. So you might know that I've really been trying to cut down on how many books I am purchasing because I don't keep everything in my collection and I'm trying to be much more strategic about it. And I think I did pretty well. This month I only purchased 9 books for myself, which for me, that's actually pretty good. Especially because 2 of those 9 books are classic collectible editions that are things that I'm acquiring a little bit at a time. So I will show you all of those, and then I actually was sent quite a number of books this month from publishers and authors and publicity teams, more than usual. That seems to be picking up, which I realize that's a huge privilege and I very, very much appreciate all of that, so I will share those with you guys. And then I have a couple of books that I received as gifts, and then finally I won a giveaway, which was really exciting. So you might remember that in December I participated in Indiecember, which was a month-long challenge to read and review on Amazon books by indie authors. This was created by Megan Tennant. I will link her channel down below if you guys want to check it out. I think she's going to be doing it again this year. But there was sort of a bingo board, and if you made a bingo, you could enter a giveaway, and I was one of the winners, which was really, really exciting. And so some of my prizes from that have come in. Apparently, so many indie authors gave their books for giveaway prizes that my prize pack is 11 things, and I have not received all of them yet, so expect to see more in future giveaways. But I'm so grateful and blessed. That was very cool. So I have a few books to share with you that I won in that giveaway today. So why don't we go ahead and start with that. I'll show you all of the indie books that I won in the giveaway, and then we'll kind of move on from there. The first book that I won in the giveaway is Theonite Planet Aiden by M.L. Wang, book 1 in the Theonite series. This sounds right up my alley, actually. It's really cool. It is a YA sort of sci-fi fantasy hybrid about teenagers in high school who discover they have secret powers and may not actually be from this world or this dimension. So this sounds super fun, definitely up my alley, and I'm excited to pick it up. Then I actually received an entire series of books from an author, and these are romantic suspense, is what it's called. So I have The Safeguarded Heart, All of Me, and Never Forget. And then, and these are by Melanie A. Smith, and then also Recipes from the Heart. It's like a recipe companion. So it says, the Safeguarded Heart series may be romantic suspense fiction, but the author's love for food, as showcased through the books, is very real. More specifically, Italian food. This is really cool. So thank you so much to Melanie for offering those in the giveaway. I look forward to checking those ones out as well. You guys know one of my reading goals for this year was to read an indie book every month, so I'm basically going to be set after winning this giveaway. The final thing that I've received so far is probably the thing I'm most excited about because this is a book that had been on my wish list anyway, so I'm very happy to have it. This is Alethea by Megan Tennant. She is actually the creator of Indiecember, and this is her debut sci-fi novel, which I've heard nothing but good things about. Also, it's beautiful. It sounds like something that would be right up my alley, and I'm really excited to pick it up, so thank you so much to Megan. And I think most of these are also signed. This one is signed, the other ones, that was super cool. So yeah, apparently there's definitely going to be more things coming a little bit at a time, and then I also won a $10 gift card on Amazon, which I will be using, so that's really exciting. Thank you to Megan and to all of the authors. You guys know it's something I do like to support on my channel because I think there are some fantastic indie authors out there, and it's good to show them some love. Next, let's talk about things that came in from publishers and authors and for PR things. So the first thing I am very grateful to have, this is Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the sequel to City of Brass, which I read and loved last year. However, I actually went to an event for this book, and so I have a signed hardcover of it that I am planning on reading. So thank you so much to Harper Voyager for sending me this ARC. I will be reading my hardcover, and so this I'm actually going to use as a giveaway item. So if you guys are interested in this, go follow me over on Instagram. As soon as I reach 2,000 followers on Instagram, which I'm not that far away from, this will be going in a giveaway so somebody can win an ARC copy. It did get a little bit bent on the back in transit, but still it's really, really beautiful, and this is a fantastic series if you haven't read it. It is adult fantasy set in the Middle East. It is inspired by ancient Arabia and by a lot of their mythologies, so it has jinn and magic and all kinds of stuff. It's really fun. Lots of political intrigue if you're into that. I was a huge fan. I'm really looking forward to reading Kingdom of Copper, but like I said, since I have my own hardcover signed and personalized edition, guys, this book is so pretty. Let me just show you this. Yay! I got to meet Shannon Chakraborty, who was just lovely, and got the book, which was very, very exciting. So I will be reading this one, and I will be using this one for a giveaway. Next, you guys might know I often will get books in the mail from the Harlequin Publicity Team to promote on Instagram, and I have 2 books from them to share with you. The first one is The Conspiracy by Kat Martin, and I think this is like a romantic suspense. Yeah, so this is kind of a blend of romance and thriller. If you guys are looking for something like that, it sounds pretty fun. And this book came out on January 22nd. This is an ARC copy. And then they also sent me a finished copy of What Doesn't Kill Her by Christina Dodd. This is the second book in a series, which again is more of like a thriller suspense novel that I think might have some romantic elements to it. It says, 1 secret, 1 nightmare, 1 lie. You guess which is which. 1. I have the scar of a gunshot on my forehead. 2. I have willfully misrepresented my identity to the US military. 3. I'm the new mother of a 7-year-old girl. So like, yeah, very, very interesting. Thank you so much to Harlequin for sending me both of these books. Look forward to getting them, and there are pictures up on my Instagram of them. And then this month I actually got 3 books from my friends over at Little Bird Publicity. Thank you so much to them for sending these to me. The first is actually a finished copy of a book that they had sent me an ARC of because I did a review of it, so thank you so much for sending this to me. This is The Best of Us by Robin Carr. I will be talking about this in my January wrap-up. It is adult contemporary small town romance. It's a really great, sweet book. It's got wonderful characters. It's kind of cool because it features love stories at 3 different stages of life. There is a teenage relationship, there is a 30-something relationship, and then there is a late-in-life relationship, which that one was absolutely adorable. It was by far my favorite, this kind of unexpected late-in-life romance that blossoms. Yeah, it's just really sweet, very heartwarming, so I would definitely recommend this. And then they also sent me a couple of books that I have not read yet, so I'm hoping to get to these in the next couple of months. The first book is coming out on March 26th. This is The Cliff House by Rayanne Thane. This definitely sounds like something I might enjoy. It's kind of women's fiction / romance, and it follows stories of 3 different women who are at crossroads in their lives. And the cover is really beautiful, so I definitely will be picking this up in the next couple of months, so expect to see this on a TBR. And then the final book that they sent me is actually an ARC of a book that is being published by Amazon. Have You Seen Luis Velez by Catherine Ryan Hyde. So this is kind of interesting. It's coming out on May 21st, and it's about the unlikely friendship between a high school student who feels like he doesn't really fit in and a 90-something-year-old woman who is a German Jew who narrowly escaped the Holocaust. And it's about this relationship and friendship that develops between them, and she's looking for somebody named Luis Velez. So yeah, anyway, this seems like it's probably going to be a inspiring, kind of heartwarming story. So again, thank you so much to my friends over at Little Bird Publicity for sending me all of those. Okay, then I have one other ARC that I received from a publisher, and then a couple of books that were sent to me by an author for a review, and then the books that I bought myself and a couple books that were a gift. Okay, so the next thing, this was just really cool. I was reached out to by Riverhead Books to see if I would be interested in receiving this limited edition ARC of a book. This is gorgeous, guys. It is a velvet slip-covered ARC of Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James, which is coming out February 5th. This is the slipcover. It's beautiful. Like, it's got this kind of velvety texture. The cover art is stunning. And then on the back it has a quote from Neil Gaiman. It says, "A fantasy world as well realized as anything Tolkien made." So high praise there. And then inside the slipcover we have the ARC of Leopard Red Wolf. So cool. So I definitely said yes. Thank you so much to Riverhead Books for sending this to me. This is being billed as an African Game of Thrones. I am in the process of reading it. So far I'm not so much seeing the connection to Game of Thrones, but I do think that this is a book that's going to be getting a lot of attention, and deservedly so. It is a pretty dark and gritty fantasy that is based in African mythology and is diving into a lot of pretty brutal practices, but I do think it's going to be an important book that a lot of people are going to be talking about. So once I'm done with it, expect a full video review of it, because I'm only like 100 pages into this 600-page tome, and I already can tell you I have a lot of thoughts that I'm going to want to share with you guys, so keep an eye out for that. This is like definitely the most books I've been sent in a month. Like it's yeah, kind of crazy. Okay, the final books that were sent to me for review are from an author. So one of these is going to be going on my February TBR, and the other one is going to be going on my March TBR. The first one is Star Mark Rising by Shami Stovall. Shami Stovall? I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but this looks really, really cool. These both look really cool. So this one, and then the second one is The Ethereal Squadron, also by Shami Stovall. So let's talk about these. This is the one that I'm going to be reading in February. It comes out in February. She is traditionally published, but from a pretty small indie press, so I'm excited to check these out. The cover is beautiful, guys. I don't know who did the cover art, but it's stunning. She reached out to me to see if I would be interested in reading this, and I said yes, definitely. This very much sounds up my alley. It is a adult sci-fi book that involves genetically modified humans and a badass female heroine, which I am all about, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up in February. And then the other book is one of her older books that, again, I will be picking up to read and review in March. This is The Ethereal Squadron, and it is alternate history set in, I think, World War I? Is it World War I? Yeah. Set in World War I, but with magic, where there's a second secret war between magical families during the Great War. And this woman, Florence, disguises herself as a man so that she can go and fight in the sorcerer squadrons in this war, which is super cool. So yeah, thank you so much for sending me both of those books. They both sound fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to picking them up. Okay, then I have 2 books that were sent to me as a gift by my friend Karen over at Run Right Reads. Thank you so much, Karen. She's super sweet, guys, and she has fantastic content. She reads a lot of award-winning books, especially books that have won the Man Booker Prize and literary fiction. She does mix in a little bit of other stuff as well, but she's great. She's also just lovely in person. So thank you so much. She sent me a couple books in a romance series that was recommended to me by one of my viewers. I can't remember who it was, but I put them on my wish list after somebody recommended them to me on my romance discussion video. So these are books in the Wallflowers series by Lisa Kleypas, It Happened One Autumn, and Devil in Winter. I think Devil in Winter is the one that was specifically recommended to me, but they sounded really cool. So thank you to you, who I can't recall who it was, who recommended the books to me, and thank you so much to Karen. You're super sweet. I really appreciate it. Okay, finally, let's talk about the books that I purchased myself this month, and I think I did a really good job of telling myself no. Like, I have a running cart on Book Outlet, and I'm like, but do I need that? Maybe I can get it from my library. I am really working on toning down how many books I am purchasing and really focusing more on reading the books on my shelves and getting books from my library, so fingers crossed I can keep that up through the year. It's something that I'm trying to be more careful about. So I told you that 2 of the 9 books that I purchased this month were collector editions. My friend Mara over at Books Like Woe has this insane collection of Penguin cloth-bound classics, and they are beautiful, guys, but there's no way I'm ever gonna have the number that she has. However, I have been inspired by her to start collecting those classics editions of a few of my favorite authors. They are normally quite expensive books, so at my local bookstore I keep an eye out for half-priced used copies that are in good condition so that I can get them without spending very much, and so when I see one from one of my favorite authors, I kind of snap them up. And so I found 2 this month. These books are normally $24, and I got them for $12, which is a really, really good price if you know this at all. The first one that I got was Emma by Jane Austen. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. So this will make 4 in my current collection, and eventually I'm hoping to collect all of Jane Austen and the Bronte sisters and maybe a handful of other ones. So I'm adding Emma. This is my 2nd of the Jane Austen books. And then adding to my collection of Bronte sisters books, I have The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. Again, this is so pretty. I love the colors. They all have these different designs. They're just beautiful, beautiful books. I'm really happy to have them. These are going to definitely go on my shelves as collectible editions, so I'm very happy to have them. Again, like, it's not something I really plan plan for per se, but because it's so rare to find them as less expensive copies, I just kind of keep an eye out for when I find something that is on my wish list. I had one pre-order that came in this month. I have another one pre-ordered for the end of the month, which is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, but because I'm filming this before that comes out, that's gonna just show up in my February book haul. The one that did come in is In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire. I love it. I had an arc of this as well, which I did read in January, so again, that's gonna be showing up in my wrap-up. I think I gave it 5 stars, but I loved it. It's beautiful. I am collecting all of them. They just look so lovely on my shelves together. So this was the one pre-order that I had that came in. And then at the same event where I got Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty, I also picked up The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. This is another really, really beautiful book, and I've been hearing really good things about it. I am currently reading it. I'm not very far into it because I've had other things that I've had to pick up, but it has a little bit of a Six of Crows feel, although it's very different. It's set in Belle Epic Paris and has pretty diverse cast of characters, and it's just like a stunning book. Like, look at that, guys. It's so pretty. I love the green and maroon end papers, so I picked this up for that. My little name thing. Let's take that off. And it is signed somewhere. Ooh, come on. No, not that page. There it is. Okay, so it is signed and personalized. So thank you so much to Roshni. She was just lovely. I actually have an event video of that event with them and Melissa Albert, who wrote the book, who wrote The Hazelwood. So if that's up already, I will link it up above if you guys want to go check it out. They were just wonderful together, all 3 of them. They were very, very entertaining. And it was hosted by Kristen from Super Space Chick. She was the moderator. She's a booktuber who's also fabulous. So yeah, picked this up for that event, which was very cool. And then I have a couple books that I picked up that I found really inexpensively at my local bookstore, The Strand. We'll sometimes have books outside that are really, really inexpensive, and I picked up 2 books from there this month. Only 2, guys. I'm getting much more picky. I used to buy so many. So I did pick up Akeda Warrior by Nnedi Okorafor. Last month, in my book outlet order, I got Akeda Witch, which is the first in the series, and so I suspect that I'm really going to be into this, so I found this for $2 outside, so I did pick up this hardcover, which is in great condition. And then the other book I picked up there was a 50-cent mass market paperback. This is The Switch by Lindsay Sands. It is, so this is adult historical romance. I have not read anything by her, but my friend Mara over at Books Like Whoa really likes her for just sort of like silly light books, so I thought I would pick something up and give it a try. Okay, only 2 more books to share with you. The first one is actually something that I purchased for a readathon I will be participating in February. My TBR video for this readathon should be up, so I will link it up above. I am going to be participating in Blackathon. It is a readathon celebrating Black authors, hosted by Jessie from Books and Bowties and Books, I think Bowties and Books, Francina Simone from Francina Simone, and Lauren from The Novelush. I'm really excited about it. I will probably try to vlog it. It is a 2-week readathon, and like I said, I do have a full TBR video, but the book that I purchased for that is An Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. I have heard really good things about this. It's from a smaller publisher. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that it is adult science fiction, and it features a main character who is queer, and I think there might be something else as well. So this was to fulfill the challenge of reading a book by a Black author with a main character who is either queer or neurodiverse. So that is going to be for that readathon. I'm looking forward to it. And the final book that I purchased in the last month is another one where I'm really happy to have this. I found a half-price copy, and I'm trying to build up my library of backlist titles by this author who is a new favorite of mine. This is The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin, book 1 in her Dreamblood duology. So she has a couple of previous series that I eventually want to collect when I can find them at relatively inexpensive prices. Like I said, this one was half price, so it was $7.50. And it's sometimes pretty hard to find her books at that much of a discount. I'm really happy to have this. I do plan on reading more by N.K. Jemisin in 2019. Whew, we made it, guys. Yeah, so it's a lot of books, but like I said, I'm really proud of myself. I only actually bought 9 books this month, which is awesome. So hopefully I can really keep that up. Thank you so much to all of the authors and publishers and PR people who sent me books for review. I very, very much appreciate it, and hopefully that'll be something that's useful for you guys so that I can share with you my thoughts on the books and you can kind of curate what things make sense for you to pick up going forward. Talk to me in the comments down below and let me know any of your thoughts on these. And question of the day: how are you handling your book buying in 2019? Let me know. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.